Hey everybody, it's your boy, Eduardo Jackson, CEO, founder, creator of the Cinema Draft game, coming at you with a brief micropod this Friday afternoon. What is it, June 23rd? It's the weekend. A lot of fish to fry, a lot of things going on. Hope you can hear me over the relentless banging of my AC and about two fans in the office because it is the devil's playground outside, approximately 110 degrees, give or take 5 degrees. It's pretty bad. So we're just going to jump right into it. Thought we'd have a guest today. There'd been some rumors in the group chat that Jay Devlin was going to come in spitting hot fire, but we'll save we'll save our powder for a Monday night or Tuesday morning recap pod. And so let's just get into it. All right. Like I said, it's gonna be brief, so we'll probably focus on about 5 or 6 different call sheets, including my own, and then also a outlier call sheet, quite possibly. And my apologies, just off the top, to one of our stronger players. You know, he's been with the game for at least 6 or 7 months now. The all-time money winner. His name is Gamble 24/7. It's our apologies. I'm not exactly sure how it got through, but somehow he was able to get an invalid call sheet through. So we're gonna still score it as normal, but he won't be eligible for prizes. We did take care of him privately. Our bad. Somehow Baywatch listed as limited on the back end, although on the front end, obviously it's platform release. It's our bad, our bad, our bad. So appreciate your patience, Gamble 24/7, but we'll take care of you, and we appreciate your continued support. Okay, so let's start at the top, damn it. And by the top, I mean me, because I called my shot. I'm feeling myself in the group chat. I called my shot. We have our little side bets going and everything. And I'm actually offering 2-to-1 on this side bet because I love my call sheet. I love it. So let's take a look at my call sheet. So this same, so and in a rare display of unanimity, I decided I'm going to use the same call sheet across all 4 contests. I say 4 because when I was actually coming up with this formula in the background talent, I mean, background talent, filled or sold out or whatever super early, like about noon Pacific time on Thursday. And when I went to go make my changes after Theater Lock, I guess someone swooped in and took my spot. So good job, whoever that was. Maybe that was God of Cheese. I'm not sure, but yeah. So this is my call sheet. It's in all 4 other contests, from the feature presentation through the the gaffer. And please notice that the prize pool is doubled this week. So enjoy the extra money. Our apologies for last week. And yeah, so this is what it's looking like. This is how it's going down. We've got a Wonder Woman headliner stack of Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. We have Anthony Hopkins, the cheaper of the 2 headliners from the Transformers the last night. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pack, and actually that's a max stack for Paris Can Wait, because I think we only have 5 actors from that movie. We have a max stack of 5 with Paris Can Wait, and then Zoe Saldana as a headline from Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Palm Clementif, a non-headline from Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, the rationale behind this is that while Transformers is most likely going to be the biggest opening movie of the weekend, we're still not sure how strong it's going to be. Wonder Woman has been outstanding. I mean, I did the math on a couple earlier pods, and that my prediction is a 36% drop, a 36% decline on average for its last 3 weekends. So if that holds, a 36% decline from 41 million, you're still looking at you're still only looking at if you're only losing 14 million. So gosh, why can't I do this right? So they had 41 million last weekend minus 36%. Yeah, you're looking at 26 million. That's worth the money right there. I mean, that 26 million, the amount it's going to cost you to get 1 more Transformers and then just be SOL for the rest of your call sheet is not worth it. So I did the headliner stack with the 2 actors from Wonder Woman. Guardians of the Galaxy is by far going to be the best limited release out there. And platform is a bit of a dumpster fire the last few weeks, but Paris Can Wait might get you some money. And the reason why I say that is when you look at Paris Can Wait, when you look at the box office over the last few weekends. I mean, it has been on a lot more screens, but its per screen has been okay. Here at Paris Can Wait, 1,500 per screen, 713,000. So you assume, and the added screens right there. So you assume if it drops down to, actually, how many screens is it on? I think Paris Can Wait is on. Paris Can Wait is on 408 screens. It's not bad. So let's say it takes about 1,200 per screen. It's on 408 screens. You're still looking at almost $500,000. That's pretty much better than anything else out there in the platform release market. Even Baywatch, is in platform release this week as expected, but Baywatch's per screen averages have been just anemic. I mean, look at it, 1,200. So yeah, so even if you assume 1,000 per screen and it's on 495 screens, it's almost neck and neck with Paris Can Wait, and Paris Can Wait's cheaper. You can actually do a full stack on that whole movie most likely. So yeah, I like our chances here. I love my call sheet. I am calling my shot. Call my shot, y'all. Now I'm gonna win call sheet of the week that y'all's gonna have to wait till next week to get that bonus. And let me just say, my track record with calling my shot has been fairly good. I don't call my shot too often, but when I do, I tend to deliver. So be warned, as Larry Bird so infamously said during the before the 3-point shooting contest. What was that, like 1988? Who's playing for second? Real quick, take a look at Ring Balls, one of our fan favorites. Group chat member. Join the group chat, y'all. Y'all listening on some really good strategy. We give it up there for free. A lot of good discussion in there. A lot of good intel going on behind the scenes. Join the group chat. So he has the exact same call sheet, except he went with a Baywatch headliner. So this will be interesting. This will be interesting to see if when it comes down, it's or as they say, it's 1v1. Like the only point of differentiation is one actor, and that's in Baywatch versus going a non-headliner for Guardians of the Galaxy. So good luck, Ring Balls. You're gonna need it, because damn it, I'm coming for first. Feeling myself. Okay, who else should we take a look at real quick? Let's take a look at our fallen soldier, Jay Devlin. Guess he got slammed at work. No worries. We'll see you on the recap pod after the weekend. And okay, it's interesting. So he has a Transformers non-headliner. Okay, that's interesting. He has a headliner stack of Cars 3. And interesting. Now I didn't consider Cars 3, but maybe I should have, because Cars 3 was #1 opening movie last weekend. Had decent cinema scores, but what gives me pause, what kind of makes me leery, is that it's the lowest opener for a Pixar wide release, or second lowest opener for a Pixar wide release yet. So I'm kind of leery about how it's going to carry over. These things tend to lose 25% or lose 50%. So it loses half. You're looking at 25, 26, and basically it costs you about another 1,000 more. What did it cost? Another 1,000 more or so for Cars 3. Yeah, 17,000. Wonder Woman, you're looking at 16,000 for your headliner. So he's actually paying about 1,000 or so more for his headliners versus the Wonder Woman stack. So, and then not getting a headliner from Transformers. I don't know. This will be very interesting to see how this plays out. I still like my call sheet a little bit better. The rest of his call sheets is interesting. The Book of Henry. Actually, I just have a feeling it's going to drop precipitously. The only reason why I say that is last week it did 1.4, which is solid, but when you compare it to Guardians of the Galaxy, look at this, 5 million. It shed some screens, but even if it does half that, it's still going to do more than the Book of Henry did. And even though the Book of Henry's adding screens, 2,400 per screen, I don't know. You know what? I take that back. Could be a toss-up. What do I know? But Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel, is going to be a good 3 or 4 million. It hasn't really, lost that many screens, really. Let's see theater counts real quick. Actually, I got it right here. Theater counts for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, 1,468. It's still, who's seen this movie? Everyone's seen this movie. It's still pulling almost $3,000 per screen. Even if it goes down to, let's say, 2,400 per screen, it's on 1,468 screens. That's 3.5 million. I don't see how the Book of Henry can compete with that. I'm sorry, I don't. But it's an audacious strategy. It'll be very interesting to hear his thoughts on it. He didn't even join our side bet in the group chat, so I can't say he's feeling overly confident in this call sheet. Then he just punted the big sick, and while there's a lot of buzz around it, I'm kind of interested in seeing it. It stars Kumail Nanjiani and there's like his chin, I guess. It stars Kumail Nanjiani from Silicon Valley. Love that show. It's only on 5 screens, so I do not like its chances. All right, so that's that. Sorry, totally compelling podcast, I'm sure. Let's take a look at our Meet the Player of the Week, James Lear. Haven't seen him in a while, but glad to throw a little spotlight on you. Glad to see you back in the game. You're always a strong player. Okay, he said screw it. He's going, all right. So this is definitely Stars and Scrubs. He's doing the 2 Transformers headliners. Zoe Saldana headlining Guardians of the Galaxy for limited release. And the rest, he has a max stack of Paris Can Wait. And then Zac Efron headlining Baywatch. And Alexandra Daddario, non-headliner from Baywatch. This is a strong call sheet. This might even be a top 5 call sheet. Even though he spends up on the Transformers, he's hedging that Transformers is going to overperform its meager estimates this weekend. I mean, meager, and mind you, meager for them. I mean, it always opens on a Wednesday. It always has like a 3-day opener of like over 100 million, or actually it averages 93.4 million on 3-day opening weekends since Michael Bay took over. Yeah, so this is basically, and as Ringballs22 said in the group chat, there are basically 2 groups this week. It's the people who believe in Transformers and the people who don't. And to give you an example of someone who doesn't, let's take a look. I believe this was her call sheet. Let's take a look at one of my favorite up-and-coming players, Bethany Vellante. That's right, the wife of Michael Vellante, who we'll take a look at real quick as well. Definitely a shark in this game. One of the more active group chat members. And yeah, so she totally faded Transformers. She had a headliner stack of Cars 3, headliner stack of Wonder Woman, headliner stack from The Hero. I'm not sure. I think it's on 27 screens. How many screens is The Hero on? Guessing it's on 25 screens. I think it was on 27 screens last week. So it should. So we'll see how that plays out. The Beguiled. This is another one now. She's obviously punting here at 5,100 each. But the Beguiled, as good as it is, it's only on 4 screens. Sounds like a New York and LA job. So I'm not sure how much you can wring out of that. And then Paris Can Wait, non-headliner, and then non-headliner from the Book of Henry. This is an okay call sheet. I like the bet on Cars. I think I think I might have missed the bet right there. Missed the gate on the Cars train, the Cars track. So if Cars does, let's say Cars does 30 million, she's looking like a genius. And then you already know how I feel about Wonder Woman headliners. So it all rests on how well Cars does in the second weekend, because the rest of her call sheet is a little underwhelming. But otherwise, she can still cash with that call sheet. Yes, let's look at the husband, Michael Vellante. Let's see what he's going off on with the side bet in the group chat. And yeah, so he's in the Transformers camp. Actually, I think he might be biased. He saw Transformers before Theater Lock, gave a brief review of it in the group chat, so he's in on it. He has a headliner stack from Transformers. 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-pack from Baywatch. Wow, that's a bold bet right there. Hope it pays off. I mean, it is platform. It's barely platform. It's at 480 screens, so it's not like it's a terrible out of left field bet. I just think that all the steam is let out of that movie. I mean, look at Baywatch. Baywatch. Yeah, 1.6 million, 1233 per screen. If you assume it's going to go down to about 1,000 per screen at 480 screens, you're looking at 480,000, which makes it competitive. With Paris Can Wait, but I like that we got Paris Can Wait for cheap and freed us up to get more Guardians of the Galaxy. See, he has Zoe Saldana from Guardians of the Galaxy, but even a Guardians of the Galaxy non-headliner, you're winning, because that sucker's going to do 3.5 million. What's that like? It's like maybe 7, almost 8, points at 1 point per 500,000 in limited release. So your headliner is looking kind of like 11 and some change. I mean, yeah, that's 11 points, 11 some change. So I don't know, but otherwise strong. I mean, it's a bold bet. Let's see what Baywatch does. I'm not counting him out, but Transformers better overperform for you, Michael Volante. Otherwise, those points that my call sheet, the call sheet I'm officially in love with, with with some exposure to Transformers, but more exposure to Wonder Woman, could lead the way. And of course, watch all this bold talk on Friday. Watch me, licking my wounds on Saturday, and then just outright ready to give up on life on Sunday. But as we know in this game, it's never over until it's over, and sadly, usually hand scored. But fingers crossed, I'm not hand scoring this week, because it would be nice to go out and play poker on a Monday night for a change. But duty calls. Let's take a look at Hebrew Hammer. He hasn't been in for a while. And we'll probably make this our last call sheet because brother gots to go. You need to throw this up real quick before I run out of the house. Okay, this is interesting. So he went with Wonder Woman headliner. He went with a 3-pack of All Eyes on Me, including the headliner stack of Demetrius Shipp Jr. and Denai Gurira. And that's a bit of a bold bet, only because it looks like, I'm not sure if you're going to get the value there you want, unless there's a strong hold. Now, it got an A+, was it A+ or an A- cinema score? And let me tell you, but objectively, and everyone loves Tupac. It's Jay Devlin's favorite rapper. It's, it was a Chris Brock used to say that on black people's mantles, there'd be like, Martin and Malcolm and Biggie and Tupac. Everyone loves Tupac. And I saw that movie after busting out super early in a World Series of Poker event. And I was ready to be entertained. I wanted to support, this film, and it's just a terrible movie. It's gotten bad reviews, justifiably so, but it's a great Tupac concert film. It made $27 million last weekend. Had we had the game running, it would have been the value play that we were all looking for. But I don't know. I mean, I think the Tupac diehards came out early and supported it, and now, I mean, all right. Let's say it loses a standard 50% in its opening weekend. From its opening weekend, where it made over 27 million. Now you're looking at 13.5 million. I mean, you're looking at almost a point. You're looking at 1.3 points per dollar. I mean, points per thousand. It just seems kind of high to me. If it does, if it let's say if it holds, if it stays at like maybe 20 million, then you're looking at a pretty solid play. But even still, I mean, maybe 47 meters down does something, but might be slightly overvalued. Wonder Woman headliner is good. I don't know, this call sheet, as contrarian as it is, just smacks of someone who hasn't been playing the game consistently. So I'm calling you out, Hebrew Hammer. We love you. Let's have you on the pod, damn it. Let's get you on the pod. Maybe an hour long, maybe a recap pod. Let's get you on the pod. Let's coach you up. Let's get you into fighting shape. We love having you on the pod. You're one of my mom's favorites. Go figure. She likes you more than she likes me. You and Jay Devlin. Maybe we should have both of y'all on the pod, and I just can step out. But let's get you on the pod. Maybe we'll do a tripod with Jay Devlin, or we'll just have you on the hour long or something. I don't know. I don't care. Let's get you on the pod and get you back into your fighting shape. Because although this call sheet isn't terrible, it does smack of someone who's part of the group chat but hasn't really been chiming in or paying attention. Or I mean, I just feel like you could have spent your money a little bit better than this All Eyes on Me troika. All right, so that's gonna have to do it. Gotta go. Big weekend for the kid. Really appreciate you guys listening. Big weekend for movies. I mean, Michael Volante has endorsed officially Transformers, the last night, if you like action movies. So I'm going to have to, brush up and rewatch the last Transformers and go see in D-Box. But you know how we roll, everybody. Subscribe, like, comment, iTunes, YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow all of our social media. We're on all the major social media. And it's the weekend, everybody. Go see a movie or something.